Happy new month to everybody. Welcome back from the break. This is my favorite segment, books and blogs, just here on Life and Style. I was about to say KTN Life and Style, then I figured out we are on KTN. But I have a really great guest today. February, we are doing all women, young, beautiful women. And I have this really, really young girl as my first guest in February. Her name is Christine Oile.
Yes.
And you're a blogger.
Yes.
You're a model.
Yes,
You're
I
a
am.
life coach. You're a motivational speaker.
Right.
You're absolutely beautiful.
Thank you
What
very
else haven't I
much.
mentioned about you?
Thank you so much.
You're so most welcome. So
Yes.
I will not ask you how old you are. I want to
I'm
know.
young.
Oh, you're very young.
Yes,
Let's
I'm
put the
young.
word very there.
Yeah, I'm very young.
Very young.
Yes,
So how
thank
does a
you.
very young, beautiful woman get to do all of those things that I've mentioned?
Well, everything. It's just basically everything you want to do in life is up to you. Really. You decide what you want. I'm very passionate about modeling.
Right.
I had done it since I was a child.
Okay.
And
You still are a child, but yeah.
you know, I decided to go for it. And
Yeah.
what's stopping me? The only restrictions you have are those you put for yourself. And I
Is
have
this
no
something your parents taught you, like they've ingrained in you since you're a baby, or?
Actually, not really.
Okay.
The thing is, I come from a family where I call it the system. The system is where you have to go to school,
Okay.
go to high school, finish, get a job, and then now get married and be happy.
Right.
But that didn't really work out for me. After
Which part?
university, no, after university,
Okay.
I got a job.
Okay.
And the first few years of my job, I found it a bit routine because I used to wake up, go to work. I do the same thing over and over and
What were
over
you
again.
doing?
I was in marketing and customer care.
Okay.
And in as much as it was a good job, it just wasn't me.
Yeah.
You know, and I knew I had potential that I wasn't using. So with that, I started asking myself a lot of questions in regards to purpose, in regards to why I was here. And yeah, I decided I can speak. I have it.
Yeah,
And I
and you
did it.
speak very well.
Thank you very much.
So how did you make the transition from working this 9-to-5 job that you didn't like into being independent as you are now?
Well, it wasn't easy.
Right.
First of all, just even deciding to take that step to just go for what I wanted to do was very challenging because you don't know what's going to happen. There's the fear of the unknown, which I know so many people struggle with. And then there's the fear of what your parents are going to say, what your folks are going to say, coming from a background where people love education. It was a challenge for me. But the more I stayed in my employment, the more I knew this was not it. It wasn't adding value to what I was doing. And if not now, when? Really, you know? I'm not married. I don't have a family.
Must be dating. Let's stop there, pose. Okay, sorry. You ain't saying nothing. Okay.
But yeah, if not now, when?
When?
You know? So I decided to just do it. It wasn't easy.
Yeah.
But something happens. I usually talk about the law of attraction.
Okay.
And it says that you're basically a living magnet. You attract what you want. You attract who you are. And I decided that when I leave my job, I was going to stay at home for 3 months as I figured out what I was going to do. I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know exactly how it was going to happen. But it looks like what I was looking for was looking for me. Because a friend of mine does events. She's called Ivy. She does creations by Nala.
Okay.
And I'd gone to help her. Then I met someone and we were talking and they were like, oh my God, what you do, I have a mentor, let me hook you up. And that was history.
Wow.
Yeah.
I actually really admire the fact that you left your job, security and everything that a job, you know, brings with it. And you left without a plan.
Yes.
And you stayed home for 90 days.
I actually really didn't. That was the plan, to stay at home for 90 days.
Oh, but you ended up now meeting all these destiny helpers.
Exactly, and then things just fell into place and voila.
Ooh, that, gee, okay. And you're really, really young. And yet so bold.
Yes, that's what I'm about, being bold and being limitless.
Yeah,
you
so
know?
let's talk about your brand. What's your brand?
Bold and limitless. That's what I do.
Okay.
Yes, it's after going through what I went through, because I know just deciding to quit an area of safety, you know, because that's familiar, you know. At the end of the month you're going to get a paycheck, you're covered, and then to just get into this whole universe where you have no idea how things are going to work out. But I decided, you know what, let me do it. Because what I was doing was not it. I refused to be average, let me say, you know. And that's the thing with most people. A lot of people are held back by fear, you know. And fear is fake, really. It's just an emotion that is fake.
It's an illusion.
It's an illusion. It does not exist, you know. And once you become fearless, life becomes limitless. And I can tell that.
Say that again. Tell them on camera.
Once you become fearless, life becomes limitless.
And you're living that.
I'm living that.
Yes.
I can tell you it's amazing. It's wonderful to just wake up in the morning, to do what you're passionate about. When you go to bed, you know that I've done something that adds value and I've made a difference, because everyone was created to impact in one way or another, you know. So once you know that I've done something to just make a difference in someone else's life, there's nothing as fulfilling as that. It's amazing.
Wow. How did your parents take your transition?
It was hard. My mom was distraught, honestly, because she wanted me to go and do my master's, and you know, that was the plan. So when I told her, she did not understand. She honestly thought I was crazy and maybe I joined a cult or something.
Wow, okay.
It was hard, but that's the thing. When you know where you want to go, it's not an easy path, you know. And one of the challenges you're going to face is criticism, and most of it comes from people who are closest to you.
The ones who know you.
The ones who know you.
Yeah.
Because she comes from a place where she knows what she's doing. She has to deal with what is logical, you know. I'm working with my vision. She's working with what she's seeing. So that's why we're clashing so much.
Because hers is reality, yours is vision to come.
To come,
Yeah.
exactly. And you know, those people who work with reality are so restricted by what they see. Vision just,
It's a faith thing.
it's a
Vision
faith.
is about
Actually,
faith.
it's really about faith. And you worked out.
Look at you.
Thank you.
Okay, so all of this that you have done, your journey, you figured out at one point in time that you needed to put it down in writing, and that's why we're having this conversation, because
Yes.
then you started a blog. Tell us about it.
My blog is my baby. Yes, I just figured, you know what, I need people to, I know so many people who are going through what I'm going through, you understand? And I feel like people are just existing, you know, going through the motions. You're waking up and you're working. You've decided that you're just like everyone else.
It's a zombie life.
It's
I
a
call
zombie life.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a robot, you're a machine. And for me, it was just to kind of inspire them, to let them know that your dreams are valid. Whatever it is you want to do, you can actually do it. And the one question I usually ask people, even when I get clients, what is the one thing you would do if you did not have fear? You know,
Love that.
Don't answer that, but you can. But you know, once you say it, then that's the thing you should do. So it's fear that's holding you back, you know. So it's just to let them know that what you're doing, what you want to do is valid, and you actually are capable of doing it.
Yeah.
That's why I started my blog.
So you blog, I see you're a very consistent blogger.
Yes.
Like every and I love how you write. I mean, it's
Thank
so
you
girly.
so much.
It's so girly. It has all these girly phrases. You know, I was reading it. I was like, oh my goodness, I love this, and also very personal.
Yes,
I noticed it's also very personal. There's a lot of exhorting people to know what their unique selling points are.
Exactly. Yes. You see, all of us are put into this universe for a purpose. Your purpose is your why, you know. And the reason why so many people are going around in circles is because they don't know their why. You know, how you are and what you are is predetermined by why you are. Your reason d'etre, your reason for existence. Your personality, your character traits, your skills, your talents, the things that draw you, you know, your passion, all of that are equipped to help you and to enable you accomplish that purpose.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So if you don't know why you're here, if you're just wasting time, you're actually just passing. You're a passing wind, you're floating, you know? So what I talk about mostly in my blog is just being true to yourself, being true to who you are. You know, we've been raised in a system that unfortunately has kind of restricted us to obedient followers without any sense of soulful purpose. So we go to school, we know a lot about a lot, but we're not really taught how to think. You understand? So you find so many students, they just finish school and they want to get a job.
Yes.
You know, and yet there's so many things you can do with your talents. And that is why I started my blog actually, because you need to realize who you are. Those things, you don't have those giftings just for decoration, you know? So
Purpose for them.
when you find your purpose, when you find that thing, everything else in your life revolves around that. Even your relationships, the person you marry, whatever, revolves around that purpose.
Wow. So, okay, I would want to go the relationship route, but you already zipped it, so we won't go there.
No, it's okay. You can talk. I'm okay.
Are you okay? Okay, so what in your life is yet to align?
What in my life is yet to align? I can talk about my relationship.
Okay.
At the moment, I'm single.
Okay.
But a few years back, I was in a relationship, and a lot of things were not making sense to me at that particular point in time because my perspective of love was what I had grown up watching and reading and listening to. So I was not really understanding why this person was not fitting into my ideal man. You understand? At that point, I didn't understand it, so I thought he had the problem.
Yes.
But we are all, how can I put it? We are all victims of our environment. We're all products of how we're raised and how we're brought up. There's so many aspects that come together for two people to have a successful relationship that I hadn't realized.
Okay.
You know? So when I broke it off with him, I decided, no, I need to just, first of all, find myself to get to understand why I am the way I am, my upbringing, my culturation, so that I'm able to know, to understand, to listen to him, to listen to his needs. Because if I get into a relationship, what I used to do was work with what made me happy. You understand? I used to see things from my point of view. So if he didn't do things from my point of view, then he had a problem.
Yeah.
And he used to do the exact same thing. You understand?
Wow.
So that's how we always clashed.
Yeah.
But now looking back, I understand, okay, so his family was like this, his dad was like this. So that's why he is the way he is. You know, this makes me happy, but that doesn't necessarily make him happy.
Yeah.
So now I'm in a better position, you know? My next relationship.
Yeah, you know better,
I know
so
better.
you'll do better.
Definitely.
Wow. So you're not in a hurry.
I'm not in a hurry. No, those things, those are not things you force.
Absolutely, it has to be very organic.
It comes, and when it comes, it's just amazing.
So going back to what you said earlier on, you have to know your why. And what I would ask you is why? Why are you? Why does Christine exist?
Why I exist? Mine, I know I exist to impact people. I exist to activate. I call myself an agent of activation.
Wow.
Yeah, because there is really nothing. There is nothing that can limit you. The only thing that can limit you is yourself. You are your biggest fear. You're your biggest enemy. And once you conquer yourself, I'm telling you, there is nothing. I faced that. I remember when I was quitting my job, I was thinking, can I really do this? I found myself doubting. I was doubting myself a lot. I would second guess myself, and I'll be like, who am I kidding? You know, like, you know, that thing is for those people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But then I started asking myself, I have 24 hours in a day. They have 24 hours in their day. You know, it's not like they have 6 fingers or on one hand, or they have, you know.
Same.
We are all the same people. So what is it that makes them different? What is it that makes them pop?
Yes.
You know, why are they successful and happy, and why am I not among those people? It's just because they had courage.
Wow.
They just went after what they thought, what they knew.
Yes.
It was their passion, and
Yes,
they did it.
yeah.
You see people who stand before kings, people called to perform in world stages. They're called because of the talent. You know, when I want a violinist, I'll think of probably Scott, the violinist, because that's what he does.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, he's figured out his why.
Exactly.
Wow.
So it's really,
You really,
bad.
just listening to you, I gather that you got into, you had a relationship with yourself very early on
Yes.
in life. You know,
Yes.
something that most people perhaps don't have. But you have such a strong sense of self-awareness
Thank you.
that it sounds so easy, yet you went through your own turmoil to get into this state of settlement. And I want you to speak to us about mindset, because I know it had a lot to do with that. Just
Yes.
what you're telling yourself, what you're allowing from other people as well.
Mindset is everything. You know, the law of correspondence talks about as within, so without. You know,
The law of where?
correspondence.
Child, you'll be teaching me on this set.
As within, so without. Your intent always directs the extent. You know, outward success is nothing if you're not successful internally. You understand? So the most powerful thing and the most powerful tool, actually, I think God gave us two resources. The most powerful resource we have is our mind, and the other resource is time. Everyone has an equal amount of hours in their day. But here is like, I like to say, fertile ground.
Yes.
You know, you can have fertile soil, and you can decide to plant whatever. You know, the soil is fertile. It will plant whatever you put inside. If I decide to plant beans or bananas, that's what will grow. Yeah. So those seeds are your thoughts. Those seeds are what you tell yourself, you know. And when you plant those seeds, that's what happens. That's what we manifest. That's what we see on the outside, you know. So mindset is how you see yourself, how you speak to yourself, what you tell yourself. You know, if you're capable, you're going to be capable. If you're fearful, then that's it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I tell people you need to conquer yourself. And it all starts from here. You know, once your mind is set, then everything else begins falling into place.
Yeah. So I want you to look into the camera and let people know, first of all, how they can reach you, because, you know, when people watching would want to have that one-on-one relationship with you in terms of wanting to get mentorship. I'm sure you offer that a lot.
Yes, I do.
Maybe go to their schools or colleges for life coaching sessions. So please.
My name is Christine Oile. I am the CEO of the Bold and Limitless Generation. You can find me on christineoile@yahoo.com, or you can like me, follow me on IG, Instagram at I am Bold and Limitless, and on Facebook at the Bold and Limitless page.
And when they want to enjoy your readings, your blog,
go to www.christineoile.wordpress.com.
Okay. If you missed out on any of those contacts, just look up on our Facebook page, that is KTN_Life_Style, or go on Twitter, the same, and use KTN, hashtag KTN Life and Style. I'm just totally inspired. I actually need you. The reason I'm just messing up my words is because I needed to repeat that phrase you said, intent, extent. Just
your intent will always direct your extent. Everything that happens in your life has to start from the inside. You know, it's like when you're planting a seed, we see nothing, but doesn't mean that nothing is going on. Underground, there's germination that's taking place, and then after a while is when we see the plant. That's the exact same thing that happens with us. You know, it has to start from the inside. People say change starts with you. It actually really does.
It does.
Yeah.
What a great way to start the month of February, what we're calling our love month. Well, not us, but you know, it's universally known as the love month, because well, on Valentine's Day, Christine and I will just be blogging, you know, because, you know, she'd be single, but who knows, after this show, you never know. But we are so grateful that you've watched today, and we are so thankful that, you know, you came on today.
Thank you so much for having me.
There's a lot we want to milk from you, and I can assure you our producer Hilda will give you another opportunity to do it.
Thank you very much. I'll be more than glad to
you
come
have a lot to give to our young people, and I like what you say. It's the bold and limitless generation.
Yes.
Child, you're deep.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for having me.
Okay, don't go too far. Today we have a surprise on restaurant of the week. We are here at the Stedmark Gardens. This is along Karen. We're in the Karen area. So we have a surprise for you. You'll love it. After the break.